It's the season of love, romance, and relationships.
Love. And we have an author and spiritual teacher, Vincent Genna, back with us to explain how to keep our love once we find it. Vincent, welcome back to the show. It's been a minute. I'm so glad to see your face.
I know. It's great to be here. And every time I come, something changes. I'm feeling a bit British right now.
Are you? You're sensing the vibe.
Yes, I'm feeling the vibe.
That's what she was going with.
That's what I said.
And speaking of love, we love when you're here. We love when we talk about love.
That's right.
You're going to help us keep our love today.
Oh, yes. You've done all the proper things to attract love, right? All those things that I told you about, right? Write that list
I don't know
about
if I've done that, Vincent.
all of that. You know, so now that you have it, now comes the work to maintain it.
I need the refresher course.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
is it a refresher course?
communication.
No, actually, this is the new stuff also.
Oh.
There's too many times that couples will look at some of the things that are different with them.
Yeah.
Look for the similarities. That's number one. Look at the similarities between the two of you. For example, my wife came from a Jewish background. I came from a Christian background. When we got married, very different. We didn't pay attention to those differences. We looked what was the same about our cultures and about us. So you want to look in that direction. You always want to grow individually. All humans want to do that. So do it together. And that's the most important thing. Too many couples wind up doing things separately. But when you do things together, you're actually assuring the combination. Now, we got a marriage coming up, so this is absolutely for you to be able to hear. So you read that positive self-help book, right? But you do it together. And then you talk about it. You see an inspirational movie together and you talk about it. Communication is so important, but it's about talking about the right things, not about the things that bother you in the relationship, but the things that are positive about the relationship, and keep growing in that direction. Find interest that you enjoy doing together, activities, not just reading and growing, but other activities as well. You don't necessarily want to have, oh, Tuesday night is the wife's night and Thursday night is the husband's night. Yes, you will have some individual interests, but find some interest that you enjoy, whether it's going traveling together, going hiking together, taking a walk together. Those are very simple things to do, right? But you want to intentionally go in that direction to maintain the strength. Now, as you're doing the self-healing and the self-work, that actually causes an energy to raise between the two of you, especially if you're doing it in partnership. So my wife and I will help each other. Say we don't want to be negative anymore, say negative things anymore, right? So I might say something, we're driving and going, look at all the traffic on this road here. And she might turn around and say, well, honey, is that the way you really want to say it? That sounds really negative. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, more people are moving in the area. This is wonderful. This is great for the economy. Oh, yeah, she checks me, but I get to check her too.
Okay,
so we check each other in a positive way, not a negative way. So she's helping me with what I wanted to do, the way I want to grow, and I will be able to help her the same way. What you don't want to do is sit down and have those complaining sessions with each other. And if you're going to go on a retreat, do it because you know there's something positive about your relationship already, not because you're just trying to make something positive.
Vincent, what I'm kind of hearing from all of this is you're saying that she checks you in a good way for how you want to grow. So it's probably really important that you have these conversations about what you each want and what you feel so that you're on that same track.
Absolutely. Amber, that was a great way of saying it. And it's a conversation about yourself, not about what you want about the other person. I want you to be able to talk to me like this. I want you to bring me flowers all the time. I want you. And it's just like, oh my goodness, now I have to change myself, and you're thinking in that direction. But if you're working on yourself and your partner is working on him or herself and you're doing it together, that is such an incredible strength that is completely different than working on the couple relationship. I was a psychotherapist for a while, and I worked with couples, and they would always come in and say, how do we improve our relationship? And I would always tell them, improve yourselves, but do it together.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
I think we end right there.
Yeah, that's a great cap.
That's a lot to think about.
It is a lot to think about, but it's a wonderful thing to think about, because what else are you going to be doing when you're in that marriage?
There you go. Yeah. And
you're either going to be thinking about the good things, or you're going to be thinking about those negative things. So spend the time thinking about the good things.
Well, and another way to put it is we're not trying to do things in a negative way, but there are ways to talk about the negative things in a positive way.
I love the way you just said that.
I don't know if I can say it again, but we're going to continue our conversation. We're going to talk about ways to not...
Yeah, things to avoid.
To avoid, yeah.
Absolutely. There are definite behaviors, attitudes, and conversations.
And say things to do better. Vincent, thank you so much.
Oh, I love that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All about love. You go to my website at vincentgenna.com and you can connect with me with all my social media and everything that I'm doing from there.
Fabulous. Feeling the love.
All right, I love it. The love.